What's going on, Junkie Nation? Gorgeous George and Goes are back with our guy RDR, who's just been an absolute storm since he's been in the UFC. Don't forget about the two titles he won over at One Championship. He's no scrub, man. He came over and he's just been taking numbers. His last win was a former champ in Robert Whittaker. Now he's facing Brendan Allen on October 18th at the UFC Fight Night in Vancouver. RDR was supposed to be Fluffy. They switched it. Fluffy's out. Brendan Allen's in. He's a teammate though, isn't he, or something like that?
Yeah, he's training. He used to train here at Killcliff. I'm not sure what the status is right now, but yeah.
How long? When's the last time he trained there?
In the last camp, he was here for a couple of weeks as well, but we never really did much work together.
Okay, but for this camp, you don't anticipate seeing him at all. You're the clip.
No,
Killcliff.
that would have been funny if he showed up this week, but no.
Yeah, because I remember how it split up Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns back in the day a little bit, the coaches. Yeah. Well, that would have been a little awkward, but you just answered another question. You don't remember training much with him, or
No, we never really trained much. He was never that welcoming to me, so I don't know. He never really wanted to work with me.
as in he thought you might compete one day, or you guys didn't like each other?
No, I like everybody. I'm not somebody who holds a grudge at all. I train with all the middleweights, but he never wanted to train with me. I don't know why.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Maybe we'll ask him if we have him on the show.
Yeah.
You seem like a likable guy. You don't seem like an asshole or nothing like that.
But I try to choke people out. But
well, like Extreme Couture in Las Vegas, they got about 6 or 7 middleweights as well. But it seems like they all just figure it out until it's time to fight. I'm disappointed. No disrespect to Brendan Allen. I think he's a fine middleweight, but I was really looking forward to RDR and Fluffy. How about when you got the news? Was it a letdown, or are you just, task at hand, whoever it is, let's do it?
No, it was a big letdown. It's a shame. He really has a cool skill set Fluffy has, and came in with a lot of hype. So it was very sad that he pulled out. And it was a couple of days that I didn't really expect anybody to step up at all, to be honest. So nobody really wanted to fight. Then we tried Costa, but Costa wanted it on his own terms. So that really didn't happen as well. So I'm very happy, very grateful that Brendan took the call.
What were Costa's terms? Can you share?
Yeah, I wanted it to be a catch weight and only 3 rounds. And that would have been fine for me, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know.
Like 195? Something like that?
I don't even know. It's
okay. But the UFC didn't. You were okay with it, but the UFC didn't want it.
No, I don't know. It's just I'm not really sure what happened, but I think if you get a shot like that to fight for a main event, get another chance to come up in the rankings, I think you should just shut up and say yes, not put your own terms in there. Catch weight, only 3 rounds. Fuck off. Take the fight.
Okay. Well, hey, man, dude, you've had 5 fights in a year, so you can definitely say stuff like that because you're showing up and you're doing the work. All right, so it is Brendan Allen. There was an offer for Costa. Did they ever say anything about Fluffy? Like, hey, we could also just rebook the 2 of you if you wait for him. Was there any of that, or did they need to keep that main event intact, or at least half?
No, there was talk about that as well. Ooh. But the injury, as far as I've heard, the injury is pretty serious on Fluffy's side, so we're not sure when he's ready to go again. So I don't want to wait. I want to line myself up to fight maybe for Ramadan. If Khamzat wants to fight before Ramadan, I want to be ready for that time. So I want to fight right now. And the UFC wanted to keep me on the fight in Vancouver, so it worked out that way.
So you're of the belief that if you beat Allen and it's impressive enough, you surpass Nasruddin Imavov, or are you accepting in that he's next and you get the winner?
No, fuck off. I'm next.
Okay. All right. Well, he built a good case against Caio Borralho, and I'm just telling you, right? Obviously, what I think everyone's looking at. He definitely, I think he told us to fuck off too when we suggested, could you be next for the winner of RDR or whatever. But man, I that's what I've always liked about RDR. He just wants it, and he's ready, and he's willing, and he's able. So good for you, RDR, standing up for yourself. All right, Goes. What do you have for RDR?
So I'm curious, as far as, once you get the change and all that, what would you say is the biggest change from fighting Fluffy to now fighting Brendan Allen? What has to change on your side? Is it many things or just a few?
For me, not a lot changes. To be honest, they have somewhat similar skill sets, and both of their boxing is pretty good. Fluffy wrestles a bit better. I think Brendan's jiu-jitsu is a bit better than Fluffy's. But the big difference is Fluffy he grows in a fight. He gets better when the rounds go on. And Brendan kind of fades normally. In the later rounds, he starts making mistakes normally.
You mentioned to us that you don't want to do this a whole lot longer. So you kind of have a little bit of a plan, but these types of fights, like, we feel like we're missing out. We would have wanted to see you fight Fluffy. And even when they brought up Paulo Costa, we were like, that would be fun too. Do you feel like you're just going to eventually get to these guys anyway?
Yeah, 100%. I hope so. Costa would just have been fun for the trash talk and everything. But I think we're going to get there. And there's a lot of good names there. There's a lot of good fights coming up. Yeah, so let me get through this one, and I'll be ready to go again soon.
So do you feel what George said, a little bit of pressure of not just winning your fight, but kind of looking good in the process? Is that something that can mess with a fighter a little bit?
It's always the same, right? Always the next fight is the biggest one. Everything depends on the fight coming up. It's always, the pressure is always there. I don't mind. I do what I do. I do this stuff every day. And I'm going to do what I'm good at. I'm going to do what got me to the dance, get in there, put a lot of pressure on the guy to see if I can break him.
Every fighter, we have to believes in themselves that they're going to win the fight. The second that you heard the name, do you already kind of know, like, this is how I'm going to finish this guy? This is how I'm going to make this happen? Do you have multiple versions of what that finish could be like? Or is there one in particular that you sit back and you go, this is how that night's going to end?
Yeah, it's always, for me, it's always the finish. If I can finish somebody with a choke, that's always the best. The thing that I'm coming for, if he breaks before that would be fine as well. If I can hurt him a little bit before I get to his neck, but I'm planning to get to his neck, choke him out.
You're always in the gym, and I think even times when you've said, I'm going to take a couple weeks after this, that kind of doesn't happen. And so I'm curious. I know that your focus has to be on your opponent, but I think it's human nature to just kind of think, how would I do against the champ? This is what I would do. This is what I would work on. What percentage would you say you've even kind of put towards what you would have to do to beat a guy like Khamzat Chimaev?
Yeah, so that was the fun thing about the Fluffy matchup as well. He's like, I would be like a great dress rehearsal for the Khamzat fight because of his wrestling and the way he likes to get to the back as well. That's pretty similar as Khamzat does, but we didn't get that one. But we just got a batch of new Chechen guys in the gym, so I've been working a lot of my wrestling with those guys over the last couple of weeks. And I'm already preparing for what the title fight is going to be like as well.
Chechen fighters, huh?
Yep.
So Khamzat's Chechen. How do you know they're not working for him?
Double agents?
They might be spies. But if I just choke them out, take them down, choke them out, what do they have to say?
Yeah. All right. Well, no, that's great. That's great that you're already building the base for the champ's strength, which is wrestling. But I had to ask. I mean, that definitely is something that people talk about in gyms,
Yeah, it's always like that, and it's a joke now going around as well, of course, because Brendan used to train here a lot as well, so everybody's a spy at the moment.
Mm-hmm. You know what's interesting is the flip side. I think On the Song has been in your corner, right?
Yeah.
And you fought him twice, so that's pretty cool. You guys, broke bread in over at One Championship for big fights too, title fights, and yet you put that aside, and now he's helping you achieve a dream in the UFC. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's something I'm very proud of as well. He's gonna fight in 2 weeks, in one
Mm-hmm.
last fight, and then he's gonna make it out to Vancouver as well.
Is Henry going to be in your corner?
Henry is not going to be in the corner. No.
Okay. I've also heard recently that Robbie Lawler's kind of taken a big role as a leader, as a coach, and I've seen him pop up obviously on your Instagram. Is he now kind of guiding your career as well, or featuring big in terms of coaching you?
Yeah, he's a big part of it as well at the moment. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, as you know, it's nice to have that inside all the knowledge that Robbie has in training is very useful. It's very helpful.
Is there anything that Robbie's ever told you, just advice or about rest, recovery, or fighting in the UFC that you've learned from?
Nah, there's not something special coming up right now in my mind, but technique-wise, he's really helped me a lot. I think maybe personality-wise, we're pretty similar. So it's a pretty good fit. But Henry is there as well. I still really like working with Henry as well. He's there every day. So I got a good group of guys around me.
Robbie likes to fish. Are you a fisherman too? No?
Too boring.
Too boring? What do you do in the spare time in Florida? Rest?
Play with kids. I don't have a lot of spare time, to be honest.
Yeah. I know a lot of those guys, whether it's American Top Team or Kill Cliff. A lot of them have boats, and I see them going out there and doing stuff, but that's not for you.
The kids are a bit older, yeah. But now we live close to the beach. We found a very cool house here close to the beach, so we spend a lot of time playing at the beach and in the sea. And, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, bro. Well, listen, again, it's a great fight still. I mean, we're all being honest here. We prefer Brendan Allen's a good fight too, man. What's that?
I feel you guys are a bit let down.
We are. We were honest. We were honest. We wanted it to be fluffy, but Brendan did fight good in his last fight in New Orleans. It was a nice win for him against Marvin Vettori. So he definitely looks like he's gotten better as well, and he's stepping in.
Too bad in the fluffy and the Imavov fights either.
True.
He wins the first round. He always wins the first round.
Yeah, exactly. He's not a chump. It's just that I guess Fluffy's got the 8 or 9 fight win streak. So you feel like this is an actual title eliminator type fight.
Yeah.
But with Brendan, it's just one slight notch. I mean, he's a top middleweight, and, again, no disrespect. But hey, listen, it's always great to catch up with you. We love the fact that you just stay active, and that's why you've become a big name in the UFC. So kudos to you, man. I don't know what kind of genes you have. Luckily you're staying healthy and you're never sore, I guess, or maybe you are, but you just get through these camps. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work this year, but and the body is definitely sore, but yeah, it's what we do, right? That's what I'm just happy that I can be as active as I am, and hopefully I can be for a couple more years.
Maybe I need to start eating some kefir because I do a hard workout and I'm sore.
Maybe.
Anyway, thanks, buddy. Good talking to you.
All right, thank you guys.